because my question would be, well, what damn good is it for you to be sitting there at your job, and if I got to do it, what are you getting paid for?
Because I'm walking you through the damn process.
Well, then what are you getting paid for?
Bitch, because you called me.
Yeah, but you should be doing it. That's your job.
No, it's not. I'm gonna walk you through this process. Now, are you ready? I do it every day, and I was kind of upset because this morning, that's what like all the phone calls were like, and I'm just like,
because it's Monday. It's a Monday morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Soon as you auto in, bitch, bring. Yes, I need help with such and such and such and such. I can't tell you what I do.
That's one of the things that I don't miss about when I was working at the hospital, when I worked in the call center, and it was just, that's one of the things. And I actually went to go see her the other day, my old coworker.
How she's doing?
She's doing good. I went to go see, she was older then, but she's much older now. Mm-hmm. And I saw her, I was driving here, and it was that night that I took really, really long, and I think I lied to you. But I actually...
You lie every night, bitch.
No, I don't lie.
He be like 7 o'clock. I'm like 7.
Because
he's not going to be here at 7.
Things always happens.
When he gets here, I'm not ready. No matter how much I try to get ready, I'm never ready. But I'm ready to do that.
And for me to be late, you're still not ready.
And you ain't complaining. So.
Well, I mean, no. But no, I saw her sitting on her porch with her, I guess her neighbor. So I got out the car. We spoke and then we were talking, whatever the case may be. But she had retired from, she after I left. Because I said when I left, when I got fired, I said when I got fired, did they replace me? And she said no. So I was in there by myself after you left. And I was like, oh my God. Mind you, we were answering phones. Two people were answering phones for 3 buildings. The main hospital, the new building, and the other building.
Now they know they wrong for
that. They were wrong for that, Kevin. Mm-hmm. 2 people.
Especially on a Monday, because people.
Oh my God!
They like, don't worry about it. I'll call about it.
You sit there at your desk Monday morning. The phones never stop. And I was trying to figure out when I was talking to her, what was the name when the state came, because every hospital, there's always a weekly review from the state. They come and people come and they go throughout the hospital for a week to make sure shit is up to par.
Right.
If shit's not up to par, the hospitals do get fined. They get cited for such and such. And if you don't have it fixed, whatever it is you're cited for, within a certain amount of time, they will shut that building down.
Wow.
They will shut you down. So for people to, working in the hospital since I was 19, I've learned so much. And I think a lot of people don't realize the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in the hospital. I cannot remember the name of it. But when they would come, Kevin, let's say... Y'all know that they're coming. People would wait until 2 or 3 days before they come to call. Because we need this ceiling tile replaced. Can you send maintenance because there's a water stain? But you knew that water stain was there for a while.
Right.
This doorknob is loose. But you knew that doorknob was loose. Because I want to say, is it Jacob? I'm gonna say Jacob. I think that's the name of it. Because they're coming, now you want to get everything fixed. Right. Or we need this stuff removed out of the hallway. Can you still
ASAP?
Yeah, everything's ASAP. ASAP.
I'm ready to get the fuck.
Yeah. ASAP. Ready to get the fuck ASAP. They call at 8 o'clock. By 8:20, they call it back. No, nobody's ever came. Nobody still ain't come. Yeah, because 15 other people are before you. And there's only 2 of us at this desk.
I could only imagine. And don't let nobody tell me hurry up. Like, that makes me mad.
Oh my God. And because you're the middle person, they're calling you, and then you have to dispatch the call to whoever it needs to go to.
Period.
So then they're getting upset with you because you keep paging their pager, and then the people who call them are getting upset with you because nobody's coming. I don't miss those days.
When I leave this job, it's going to be fun talking about this place. But I love what I do. But some of the people...
Remember, I used to come to you with stories. Mm-hmm. I miss... The only thing I really miss about the job is the different people and my coworker.
Right.
Because she and I did build a relationship. It was just she and I in the office. Right. My desk was behind her. She sat in front of me. And there were some days where we didn't get along. There were. But the reason why I say my best work experience was with her is because I had more good days with her than bad days.
Right.
So therefore, I loved, and then when we would have our good day, we would be in there just talking and talking and talking and talking, and it was just the 2 of us in the office. I think we worked together for maybe about 6 years, 6 or 7 years, the 2 of us in that office together, and that's God, it was just I had fun working with her. And like I said, she's much older than I am. And when I seen her the other day, I asked her because I remember, I haven't worked with her in about maybe 7 or 8 years. It's been since I worked with her, and I asked her. I said, well, "How's your mom doing?" She said, "Oh, my mom was just here." And I'm thinking to myself, "Wait, your mom's still living?" Because I thought she was gonna tell me her mom died. Because her mom was old when we worked together. Right. So I'm like, "Damn, your mom is even older now." Her mom has to be either in her early 90s or really close to 90. Wow. Because her mother was in her 80s when we were working together. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Yeah, my mom was just here earlier with everything." I was like, "Oh, wow." So yeah, that's
Yeah.
I love
Mondays go by fast.
Your days or Mondays?
Mondays. Oh. Mondays is fast. That's all right. I'll work. Like Mondays is normally my day off, but because of the call volume, it's never a dull moment on that phone.
Right.
Like it's never a dull moment. But that was my little work day today, and I've been up since 3:00 in the morning, and I'm not tired. I went to bed early.
Did you go to work today?
Yeah.
Because when you said you were off, I'm thinking like, because how I know that I kind of determine that you're at work when I go on your Instagram. And if you haven't posted anything, then I'll be like, "Oh, he's at work." Because I went to your Instagram and I saw that you hadn't posted anything, in your stories 19 hours ago. So I'm like, he's at work. But let me just text him just in case he can text me back. That's why I didn't call you. Because I'm thinking maybe he can text me. But when you said you're off, I'm like, "Oh, wow."
If I work today 6 to 1, I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do the early shift today." Because it's nothing to me. Because when I be home, and I just be laying around, I'm like, I could have worked today. Go get that money. Especially every week.
That's how I today. Because I was texting my boss about money he owes me. Let me show you.
And I owe you some money too, because I paid today.
Oh, good. Well, that's all right. Listen. I texted her. Wait, I said, where's it? Oh, don't forget my sick time.
Okay.
Because I talked to you last week about it. So he gonna say, yeah. Then he slides in. What time can you come today? Not can you come today, but what time can you come today?
Yes, that's why you here early.
That's why I'm here early.
I know that's right.
Because my boss asked me, "Can I do some?" Let me say something. Yes, I can. Because it's easy fucking work. Yes, I can.
So, thank y'all for watching this new video of the Scorpion Show. I'm about to say Scorpion Show podcast. Welcome to the Scorpion Show. It's Kevin and Mikkel. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys are enjoying the start to your week. If you was having a bad week, I hope us talking just made you feel a little bit better about your week. I had a great weekend. My best friend came to town, and I didn't see his ass. And I ended up going to the casino and lost some money. And yesterday, I just relaxed and I watched wrestling. And you know what? I'm learning how to use the word no. Because when I don't want to do something, it's always somebody that's very convincing and know how to talk. Say, "You know what? You should come." And I said this time, no. Then he's like, Then he's like, "Oh, Kevin, well, we should go to Florida because it's WrestleMania and it's historic because they haven't had fans in a year and we should really go." And I said, no. I said, "I'm not going to Tampa. I'm not taking off. I'm not doing it. No.
When is the trip supposed to be?
It's supposed to be in 2 weeks, April 11th. So he's like, "Well, I'm going to call you and all of that," because he's thinking about driving. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to sit in nobody's car for 24 hours.
Hell no, not to no Florida.
Yes, I'm flying. So, and I was like, if I did go, I would fly. But I still was like, no. I didn't have no intentions on it. Had no plans for it. No, I'm not doing that. No. And it felt good to say no, but still at the same time, they were still, it's like that telemarketing skill or whatever, where they know how to get the gap and talk. And I'm still like, no, I'm not doing it. And I encourage you guys to learn the power in the word no. You will feel much better about it. You will have more money in your pocket if you just say no.
Jesus. Oh, that's a...
Just say no.
Lord, man.
Just say no.
You better let him use you.
Yes.
I felt that. You will have more money in your pocket if you just say no. Isn't that what Rich Dollars just said in that video?
I heard
that's what he was talking about. Oh. Somebody call him asking for money.
Yeah, say no. I'm glad nobody asking me for my money.
God, Jesus, have mercy. Come on now. That's a sign right there. He just said it. You just said it. Come on. Hello?
Say no. Yes. That's what I'm telling y'all. It's real out here, and I'm not trying to be out here in the streets. You know what I do? When I go out in these streets, I'm working.
That's right.
If I'm not getting from the store, I'm working. I'll come right back in the house.
That's right.
Ain't nothing else out here. Like, everybody is out here getting shot, stabbed over dumb shit.
I tell people I go to work
for that.
home, and church. Those are the 3 places I go to weekly. They're like, I'll never see you out. Because you don't go to church with me.
Right.
You don't work with me. You don't live with me. That's why you don't see me out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to go to church yesterday. That was going to be a lazy day for me. But for those of you that do go to church, you know when you go weekly and when you miss a day, some Sundays you be like, all right, I don't feel like going. I'm going to just watch on. But yesterday I was like, I'm not going to go. But when I woke up, I said, nope, I'm going to go. And I was happy I went. Because I had a good time. I had a good time.
Yeah. And so yesterday was the premiere of Genius. Let me tell you how so far behind I am. I'm like, well, yeah, Genius don't come on March 21st. Little did I know, yesterday was March 21st. I'm still thinking it's like March 14th. I don't know why, like, where my mind is at, but that's where my mind was at. I was like, yeah, it's only the middle of March, so it don't come out till next week. So I seen you post about it. I seen a couple people post, but I also was watching wrestling at the same time. So I'm like, well, I definitely got to watch this Genius Aretha Franklin show and see what's going on. And I didn't get a chance to watch it till today when Mikkel said, oh my God, I'm going to be here early. So I'm like, fuck, now I really have to hurry up and watch it because I like to lollygag around. So I had a chance to watch the first hour, the first episode, and I love it. I love the flashbacks from childhood to her adulthood and how shit that happened during her childhood tied into what's going on in her adulthood. I've heard some songs of how songs got put together. I heard her always talk about soccer to me, right? But they still didn't, I guess they wasn't showing like this is how we made respect because I don't think I heard that song.
No.
But they did another song where they were talking about all the different superhero characters. I've never heard that song. I've never heard of it to sing that song before. It's clear that Cynthia is doing the music of the soundtrack. We all know that Aretha's family is not here for the project, but the estate of Aretha Franklin is here for it. I seen Clive Davis' name on it, so he's here for it. I think the family should understand that, yes, I know that you probably were anticipating on the movie coming out before this, and that's how it was supposed to be, but it did not happen. How long is Nat Geo supposed to wait to hold on to this?
Right.
Just release it. It's going to come out. We'll see the movie. This is a movie celebrating your mother, your grandmother, great-grandmother, aunt, cousin, godmom. Like, let's just let it be. Let folks celebrate her. It's not like nobody is going to be out here trying to do a dirty tell-all, Miss Franklin. Like, come on, no.
Because that would be reserved for her father.
Yes, and from the looks of it, we seen that he was a womanizer.
But I told you.
Yeah, but there was other rumors too.
Yeah, but we.
We
don't talk about that.
Yeah,
but that's why he smacked that lady.
Yeah,
when she said, "Oh, what he say to her?" She was something respectable.
Look, he slapped her.
Respectable. I still messed around with you after you got caught. He said, "Don't you say it."
Yeah, and she said, "You only got hit me but one time."
That's right.
And she's like,
a motherfucker only got to put his hands on me one time. Me too.
Yeah, she was gone. She's like, baby, I'm so sorry.
Listen to this. Listen, Miss Mabel was so gone that I Googled C.L. Franklin to see his spouses. And Miss Mabel's name never popped up.
Wow.
So that means that she was in and she was out. So maybe she was made up, I don't know. But
she had to go.
She had to go.
Yeah.
She's not going to hit me.
Yes, and then when they showed that young girl, Aretha wasn't here for that. Like, she was just as young as Aretha. And then, that Diana Washington telling her, don't mess with a motherfucker, she said, or a summer bitch. Don't let him call you a summer bitch.
Yes, but now, this is what confused me. So, Ted, her husband, she met years ago when she was a little girl. And apparently he was grown then. So Ted must have been older. Much older
than her for her money.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, a lot of them used to do that back in the day, which is so sad.
That's true.
But true.
That's true. And you know what? Maybe there is some juicy, salacious stuff with Aretha too. Because remember, Aretha still has a child that nobody really knows who the father is.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, her oldest because remember she mentioned in the movie when she was in the kitchen with that lady, and the lady said, "Oh, so the boys
Yes.
and she said, "Well, the two youngest or Ted Jr." She said, "Well, what about those?" She said, "Oh, well, that's something that we don't talk about." That's what Aretha told her in the kitchen, but it was a rumor. I don't believe the rumor.
That it's her father's
That it was her father's child. But it was only a rumor that it was her father's child because of her father's past history with getting someone who was younger pregnant. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is going on?
I don't know. And why is he in the commercial like that? Snickers is doing way too much.
Yes! I saw your face. I think you making that face to me.
No.
What is going on over there? Wow.
At least have somebody with cakes and a Snickers commercial. Come on.
And a Snickers. And a Snickers commercial.
And a Snicker. How about that? It's chocolatey. Let me stop. So yes, and I love like it was, to me it was really good when she got home. And her sister wasn't really here for her like that. Well, I mean, I guess the career that Aretha has, I guess she probably felt like, I could do the same thing.
Well, her sister, I think it was Carolyn or Irma. I know both of them.
It's one of her oldest sisters.
Yeah. But one of them, I don't remember which one, and I'm sorry, y'all, but one of the sisters was a singer. I think they all were singers, but one of the sisters was really influential with helping Aretha. Like, she even helped Aretha write some of her hits that she had. Mm-hmm. And she actually had a short-lived career herself, but it never went anywhere because, of course, Aretha blew up. Mm-hmm. But her sister had helped her along the way. And Aretha had a good relationship with her siblings. Like, it wasn't like no sibling rivalry. As far as I know, it wasn't no sibling rivalry. But it's like she came from a very talented family, because I had always thought something about her mother, and I don't know where I got this information from, but I had always thought one thing about her mother. Then I had to go and Google her mother, and her mother was actually very talented too. Her mother was a singer and a piano player as well. They don't really mention her mother in the movie, well, not the first episode anyway, but it was like this rumor for years that her mother had abandoned them.
Yeah, and went to New York.
But Aretha Franklin some years ago in an interview made it very clear that her mother did not abandon them, that they were very much a part of, your mother was very much a part of their life, and that they would go see their mother in the summertime. They would go stay with her in the summertimes. It's just that they live with their father. Mm-hmm. But she said that her mother did not abandon her, abandon them at all. She just, when her and her father separated, she just moved. Yeah. She just went her own way. And I think a lot of times, too, when you think of stuff like that, you think of a mother abandoning her kids, because usually it's reversed, the father leaving and the kids. But
or something happened, or something happened. Especially if a mother is leaving her children.
Yeah, but see, the mother had got, from what I had read, her mother had got tired of the father's infidelities.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, she got tired of his infidelities, and she had went her own way. I guess she went her own way with her child, because she had a son before she married Aretha's father.
Right, but she died young, though. She didn't
Her mother died very young. She didn't live a long life at all. Yeah, her mother never even got to see her. I don't even think Aretha was 10 when her mother died. Yeah. So she never got to see her daughter blow up. Yeah, she never got to see that.
Yeah, but so far, the second episode is on. And let me tell you, so I don't know if it's just Verizon or if it's Nat Geo, but don't try to make people pay to watch this if you didn't watch it the first time. Because I tried to watch it on my DVR, and it was like, oh, it's $1.99. But then when I went on Hulu, it was free. Like, what the fuck? Like, all these TV companies y'all getting over. I'm ready to quit cable. I don't know why I still have cable. Because I only watch CNN, regular TV.
Isn't that so?
Bravo.
That's me too.
Yeah, and a couple channels.
And I only watch Bravo and all of them when the Housewives and all that stuff is on.
Right.
But when it's not on, I don't watch that. I'm the same way.
I'm paying too much money.
I'm the same way. You're like, what damn good is it to have it if you're not watching nothing on it?
Right. Money down the drain. That's what it is. I just need a nice...
And I'm not here for them fire sticks. I'm not here for that.
I mean, they're not too bad. Some people
I'm just not here for the whole setup thing. I'm not here for that.
My little cable box is connected to the TV, too. It connects right to the back of the TV.
Most cable boxes are connected to a TV.
Not the cable box. Oh. That internet box.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes to the back because I have a smart TV. Oh. So I got all the different apps, and you could sign in with your different stuff. Like, this is my first time ever having a smart TV. So far, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
But which one is the smart TV? Because you got two TVs sitting there.
That one is that smart TV on
the one that's off or the one that's on?
Both of them on.
I know, but which one is the smart TV? The one I'm watching
right
with? Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's the smart TV. Bitch, don't miss me.
Bitch, they both on. I know that, but one of them is on.
Right. That's because you see I went to Nat Geo because I was trying to watch it.
Right. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie too. You know what I was thinking too when I was watching Cynthia's performance? I kept saying to myself, what is it about her in this performance that I feel like people are not going to understand? And that's a weird thing that I was asking myself. But I was watching it and I'm saying to myself, there's something about her performance that I feel like some people may not understand. And then I got it. I said, you know what? Her demeanor. And I think that a lot of people probably of our generation and younger probably think and look at Aretha Franklin as being like she was on Gots to Be Real and in her later interviews as shady. But I think a lot of people need to realize that when she was much younger, she had this demeanor about her that it was like real subtle and just like straightforward. A straightforward demeanor. And if you see a lot of old interviews with her when she was younger, I'm like, yeah, she's got it. That's how Aretha was. When she wasn't singing, she was just subtle. And it's kind of weird because when you kind of look at Aretha Franklin, I'm thinking to myself now, like, did she have fun when she was younger? Because it was like she was always working. Like,
I'm sure she had fun.
I'm sure she did too, but it was like her whole demeanor kind of probably like, well, who would want to be around her? Like, was she fun to be around? Because she's like the type of to just cuss you out.
Right, to me, like right now, she just seems like she's determined on getting that career popping, and that's where we are right now. Because I'm just slightly into the second episode, but it was just more so.
How are you into the second episode? It didn't come on yet.
It is. It's on there already. So y'all only seen 1 hour?
Yeah,
it's 2 hours.
Only 1 hour came up on the thing. Where's the second? But why is this saying Aretha new episode tonight at 9?
Because it's the third part.
Well,
it was on for 2 hours last night.
My thing only said from 9 to 10.
And then it had to be one from 10 to 11.
Yeah, I didn't see that one from 10 to 11 because I only recorded the one from 9 to 10.
Yes.
But what's
tonight is part 3.
All right, now, so now I got to go on my cable thing and see if I can find it on here. Because something... First of all, it should come up when you even type it. Oh, wait, here it is.
You need to take the one that come on at 7, whatever one that come on like right afterwards.
Episode 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't have to tape it.
Did you record it?
No. See, it's already up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're just going to watch it?
We're just going to watch it. Now, hopefully when I get to work, it don't say nothing like, oh, you got to watch it on in-home Wi-Fi. Because it'll try that bullshit. I don't remember this scene in episode 1.
Me neither.
Yeah, I guess that's just like a thumbnail.
It's still, yeah.
Because that scene wasn't on episode 1. And you know what, too? I noticed, too? Shout out to Cynthia's glam team for this film. Because when you look at old pictures of Aretha, she kind of resembles her.
Yes, that's why I'm saying I see Aretha.
Yeah, because you know what? I think a lot of people think, when they think of Aretha Franklin too, and this was no shade, they think of
Aretha.
Big Aretha.
Right.
Not realizing that when she was younger, she was skinny.
Mm-hmm.
If she didn't start gaining weight until she got older.
Yeah. So
it's like, I'm looking at her and I'm just like, wow. No wonder why Aretha wanted Halle Berry to play her.
I'm mad that y'all didn't know. But whoever didn't think, that's kind of like, look at the old pictures.
Right. Well, no, I knew that. But I'm just saying to myself, even still, Aretha, Halle Berry.
Yeah, well, somebody got to play Big Aretha. Now, I want to know how they do Big Aretha in the movie. Because I haven't seen Big Aretha yet.
But do they go that far?
They should.
In either one of these films, with Cynthia or Jennifer, they may not go that far.
I don't know. But they got to do something. Like, they got to go far
now,
enough.
Jennifer is small now, and Jennifer's still the small size that Aretha Franklin was. You know, she's small too. But it's like, I think a lot of people probably thinking like, well, I remember Aretha Franklin was big. It was like, no, she wasn't always big.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what story they're going to tell about her big life, because Aretha ain't really had no scandals. When she was big, it was more so, bitch, it was her telling it like it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember the Beyonce thing, and Tina...
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Beyonce said Tina Turner was the queen of what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they caught her getting on that tour bus. Yeah. Getting off, something like that. She threw shade at Beyonce. I didn't like that.
And when Aretha
Matthew came out and said, well, everybody can be the queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aretha wasn't trying to hear that.
She wasn't trying to hear that.
Nope, that's only one queen, and that's me.
But Beyonce was saying the queen and not the queen. You know.
Yeah, Aretha knew.
Like yeah, Aretha knew that. She was just being smart. Because she damn sure didn't mean Tina Turner was the queen of soul. I mean, hello? Can you imagine?
I was watching one of them stadium tours with Tina Turner on PBS.
She didn't mean that.
And back in 2000. You know how many retirement tours these old singers be having?
Hello? Because Tina Turner has had a lot of retirement tours.
And then Keyshia Cole says, I'm retired.
Please. Please. Are we going to segue into that?
Yes.
Please.
Because we could get this over with. Keyshia, you only been in the game 15 years.
No,
you haven't left a legacy to say I'm retired. You haven't put in 20 years.
No.
You're not even 25 years where you can say, you know, where you could be nominated to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
And you just retiring like that. I know the music industry has changed, but...
Has she even won any Grammys?
No.
No.
I don't even know if she won a BET award. Like, I really don't know. I'm sure she got a Soul Train award. But I guess she want to raise her family. And that's why she's trying. But, okay, you made that much money where you can sit your ass on the side? Because I'm sure in reality shows they pay that much.
Okay.
No, she's...
And what is she doing now that she's still getting a check?
I honestly have no idea.
So I guess she still gets paid from people streaming her stuff, right? Because I'm sure people still...
Yeah, but it don't be that much.
No, it can't possibly be. Not her.
Yeah.
And that's no shade, but I'm just looking at it like, what royalty checks is she still getting? From what?
I don't know.
Like, from what? Like, I feel like you just said, you haven't even put the time. Yeah, you've been in for 15 years, but you weren't making music for all of those 15 years. Like, hello? Like, Rihanna has been out for like... Rihanna's been out for that same time. But Rihanna's been making music and it's just been... And money. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I get so mad when people say she needs to come out with a new album. Why? Yeah. Look at the millions of dollars she's made off
she got
this makeup line.
Selling makeup, panties, and bras, bitch. And I'm about to get my own pair.
And men's underwear.
Yes, that's why I'm about to get here.
She don't have to make no music no more. Pay her money. Keyshia, you have not done what Rihanna has done.
Right.
You haven't done that. I saw this video today of Beyonce. It was an old video of Beyonce. Well, not that old, because maybe about a year ago. And I don't think I've seen the entire video. So I saw this clip in the video where Beyonce talks about, you know, her winning Grammys. And at the time, you know, she had the 24 Grammys. And she said, you know, I won 24 Grammys. She said, but do you know, I actually lost 46 Grammys. And she said, me losing 46 Grammys, that motivated me to keep going. So don't stop, you know, just because you lose. You know, that should be your motivation to keep going, And I'm thinking to myself, Keyshia, you need that kind of motivation. Mm-hmm. You talking about you're done after 15 years? What have you done?
I mean, she got a couple of hits from like 2005.
And then you showed up late to the verses with you and Ashanti. That could have been your comeback right there.
I didn't like their verses like that.
Me neither. Nobody did.
I didn't like how the songs transitioned.
They didn't transition right. I didn't like the fact that Ashanti started hers before Keyshia even came on stage. Ashanti was already singing and doing everything. Ashanti was the opening act for verses. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well,
very unfortunate.
Yeah, but I mean, Keyshia, I mean, you got a couple of hits, but no, it's not. This is not the time to retire. And she said she's going to do it after she released this one last album. Whenever it's coming out. I don't know. I don't know what she's going to do to support her family, but sky's the limit. That's for anybody.
I guess she has. I guess she got a good 401k.
Listen, I don't know what she's going to do. And you got kids to raise.
Yeah. And one of her baby fathers was living with her at one point because he wasn't making no money. Lord have mercy. Good God, man.
Bless her.
Bless her, Lord. Bless her. Next.
Little Mama. So Little Mama has been under fire for the past couple weeks. And, you know, Little Mama has been posting things about how when you're an adult, you get to choose this and choose that. But, as a child, you get to change your sex. Or, you know, your gender identity. And she doesn't agree with that. And,
but you know what? Can I stop you? Mm-hmm. That's not what they're saying, though. And that's what bothers me. because I saw the video where she did the live, and she didn't say that in the video, and neither did Boosie. They keep making it seem as though these kids are literally changing their sex. Like, literally changing what's downstairs.
Right.
Rather than saying their gender identity.
Right.
You see, and that's what bothers me, because it's like, if y'all going to say, if you're going to give your opinion on something, at least make sure you're saying it correctly. Because her and Boosie did that. Boosie did that with Dwayne Wade's daughter, where he tried to say, "Oh, you know, how are they letting that little boy change his penis to like? Well, how?" And I'm thinking to myself, they never said. First of all, there's nowhere in this country that would allow that to happen. Secondly, they never said that. They said that they were allowing their child to identify as a girl.
Yes.
They never said that their child was changing the sex downstairs. And I feel like little mama, she should have been a little bit now listen, that was her opinion, whatever. Listen, because I saw the video, I didn't get upset the way a lot of other people did.
I didn't watch that video.
I watched it. I watched the live when she was talking. I didn't get upset the way a lot of people did, because I felt like, listen, her whole thing is, I don't have a problem with anybody doing that. I just think that when you're a child, you're still under your parents' guideline. Right. That's basically what she was saying. You're still under your parents' guideline, so a child should not be making that decision.
Yeah, I feel that same way.
You know what I mean? But the only, like I said, the only problem that I had was her wording. Her wording was not right. Her wording should have been gender.
It's not coming from a place of love. But you know what? Who fucking sits there and say, I wonder what little mama thinks about children changing their fucking gender identity. Nobody asked her for her opinion. Now with us, people ask like, what do you think about it? Because you know, we are who we are. Right. So people ask. And I say, this is how I feel about it.
Right.
No, if this was my roof, I would not agree with that. I would ask my child, you know, well, maybe when you're older, because maybe this is not something you want to do. I would not let my child get on hormones or none of that stuff. Because you want to make sure you are making the right decisions so that later on in life they don't regret
and that
some
you
of the decisions
fully
that you
understand
made.
what it is that it takes to go into that lifestyle. Right. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Being at 36, I still don't know all the different gender identities and all the different names that people have and not. Like, sometimes I want to say, okay, I should study, but then sometimes I say, no, I don't need to. But I should, but I don't. But it's so much has changed since I came out at 16. So much, 20 years. So much have changed. And it's hard to try to keep up with everything. Because I went from one name being this to, oh no, that's disrespectful. Don't do this. Call me this. Like, it's so much. It's hard to keep up.
That's why I stay away from 13th Street.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
It's just...
I don't know.
When I went out on Saturday, because I walked, you know, like, let's go downtown, was walking around. Oh, bitch, ain't nothing but kids.
Yes.
Tricks on the kids.
Hey, you be like, wait a minute, I was at home at your age.
It was under kids. And, you know, I'll tell you one thing, though. The new girls that's out there, they got the good dots, okay? And that's not to throw shade at the older girls. I'm just telling you.
Listen, the cookie tookies and all them.
That's you and not me. I am not sitting there agreeing to that. You're trying it, but they still gonna slice you, bitch. Remember back in the day, they used to slice a bitch. They would slice the shit out you. You tried it. You know, they had to crawl before they could walk. Okay?
Somebody got
these girls is walking.
They walking.
Yeah, that's where I can't tell that.
Sometimes you be like, wait a minute.
Yes, you are.
Let me tell you something. This one right here, and even I had to give her props yesterday.
Even the trans men, like, you be like,
because I said, let me tell you something, baby. You better stop playing in my face. Ooh. Yes. Okay.
And who was she?
They don't, from Philly. So, you know, that's
good docs, bitch.
And,
yeah, and she don't tell her too.
Nope. Well,
I wouldn't tell no teen either.
Well, no, I mean, they know.
Oh my God.
But I'm just, yeah. But why would you get rid? Why would you change it if that's what?
How's that going? Yeah.
That's what these guys like anyway, right? That's really what they want. That little extra surprise.
Yeah. Because I remember that on that episode. He's like, why did you get rid of it?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? And she had to live her whole life.
I mean, the girls from yesteryear don't look like
She
that.
is thick.
Yeah, they don't look like that, Kevin. They really don't.
I love it.
They really don't. I'm just like, wow, y'all are really doing your thing.
They're doing a good job. But yeah, like now with Little Mama, nobody asked her for her opinion.
Nobody.
But then when she started talking about she's going to create this new group.
This one too. They are really.
No, her lips look like bitch.
No, but I'm saying, look at that body.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, these girls. Oh, and this one, right? This is the last one. These girls really are giving these old girls a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
Really giving them a run for their money.
So they had to walk the ball, child.
You know what I mean? And like you said, these old girls are not.
Bitch, no.
There's only one old girl that still got it. One old girl that still got it. I'm about to show you her real quick. She's the only one I know that still got it.
Don't say no name. She from Philly?
Yeah. Still got it.
I don't even think I know her.
I've
had to see her before.
Mm-hmm.
I would never think about it.
Listen. At first I thought he was lying because he's a bitch with a lie, but she said no, they didn't.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the most we ever whispered in the video. I mean, so Little Mama said,
nobody's asking for her opinion.
I'm about to start a heterosexual rights movement. Y'all fight so hard to be respected, and some of y'all, not all, get a kick out of bullying people for having an option, or she meant an opinion. How they dress, how they hair, or make her spelling, and or makeup looks, how much money they have, etc. There are so many people afraid to give their honest opinion because if they do,
because you knew that it's opinion.
The LGBTQ plus, she should start reading that shit better before she's put it out as press. Will hear what they want to hear and take statements out of context. I don't have to prove myself by reminding people that I have loved ones of the LGBT community. When I speak, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just speaking my truth, just like you all. But see, Mama, this is the thing. Who asked you? Just like I said 5 minutes ago. Who fucking asked you for your opinion? Nobody had really know how you feel about that. Nobody cares. Nobody sits there and think, oh, I wonder what Little Mama thinks.
I wonder what Little Mama thinks.
Bitch. Beyonce won 28 Grammys.
Right.
Little Mama, what you think? Especially since you had to walk up on her moment 10 years ago.
Okay. No,
her husband's moment. Her husband's moment. You know, her career ain't never been the same since then.
Yeah.
She was all right in that TLC movie, but that's the only thing they gave you since then. That TLC movie, and that's it. Now, you want to do a heterosexual rights movement. Heterosexuals, there's no need for straight parades or none of that because you guys are not oppressed.
Right.
You don't get beat up for being straight. Who you love. We don't say it's a choice. Ooh, we don't tell you none of that.
This is why the other day I told y'all to watch that show on Netflix, Amend. This is so good because I think it's episode 5 when they get into the rights of the LGBTQ community. Because episode 1, I think it's the blacks, and then 2, I think episode 1 and 2 is the blacks, and then like maybe 3 and 4, it's women's rights, and now they're into the LG. Come on, y'all gotta watch it. Listen to me, watch it. So everything you're just saying right now about being oppressed and stuff like that, because I did not know, and we're going back to Little Mama, I did not know that back in 1986, there was a case that went to the Supreme Court about gay men having the right to have sex with each other in the bedroom. In Texas, I think it was, having the right to sodomize each other. It is good. It's a good show. Y'all have to watch it. It's called Amend. Okay? It's a good docuseries. Because you learn so much about the 14th Amendment. You really do. Like, it's really good. And I'm like, wait a minute. This case went all the way to the Supreme Court? Like,
Right.
A conversation about what people are doing in their bedroom, in their homes, went to the Supreme Court. It's really good. Oh, you know what else is good too?
Go ahead.
I had no clue. Because they had a scene where they were talking about Roe versus Wade, you know, the abortion thing. Mm-hmm. So me being me, I Googled, because that's what I do when I'm watching stuff. I push pause and then I'll Google certain things. I Googled the woman, Roe. Her name was Jane Roe, even though that wasn't her real name, but that was the name that they gave her. And Wade, I think, was like a lawyer, whatever the case may be. I Googled the woman who was supposed to be Jane Roe of the Roe versus Wade, which, you know, the Supreme Court made abortion legal in 1973. This woman was batshit crazy. This woman started out wanting an abortion because she, I think she had like 3 kids and she wanted an abortion. So her friends convinced her to say, and I think where she lived at in Texas or whatever, her friends convinced her to say that she got raped by a black man, and so therefore they would give you an abortion. But she said she could. That's not all. So she said that she never. I guess she went through it or whatever, but she could. Whatever the case may be, it didn't work because I think she eventually had the baby. But then the case, she went to go sue the state because they was like, you know, you basically have to give us a good enough reason why we should allow you to have an abortion. So then she sued, and then they went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court found in her favor that women should be able to have a right to have an abortion. So after that, years started to go by. She then changed her mind. Oh, now I'm anti-abortion. Oh, now I don't think that it was right that the Supreme Court found it in my favor that women, because I don't think women should be able to get abortions. Then she went from being married to a man, then she went to being gay. Kevin. I said, wait a minute. Why did nobody ever do a story about this woman? Because she got a movie all within itself. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm reading up on this lady, and I'm like, I never knew this about this woman. This woman was batshit crazy, and this law it became law because of somebody who was not okay in the head.
But you know what? It's a lot of states now trying to do their own thing. That's because they really want to take it to the Supreme Court and see what happens in the 2020s.
Yeah.
But I do believe that women should have a right to decide to do what they want to do. If they want to carry or terminate the pregnancy. Even though I don't agree. That's something else I don't agree with. I don't agree with abortions. Right. On certain reasons, yes. Right. But I feel like you made it. It's your bed. Right. Now, would I sit there and make a decision about can this person get a... No, fuck no. Mm-hmm. And if I was like in Congress, I would vote yes. Mm-hmm. That she could do what she want to do because it's her body. Do you know how many men, these Republicans, they sit there and talk all of that shit, but then they still paying people to go get abortions because they don't want to bring that shit to their family? Yes. They don't want it to their door. Yes. But it's okay for you to bring it to your door.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just like they have all these anti-gay rules and anti-gay laws, and then they sitting up there on Craigslist and all these other lists.
That's why I couldn't believe it. That case that went to the Supreme Court in 1986. I said, wait a minute. There's actually a case that went to the highest court in the land about what 2 men could do in the bedroom.
Who cares? See, this is like nobody cares about your opinion. Why are you thinking about that? If you're not into that, don't think about it. Right. Don't worry about what the others are doing in their bedroom or in the confines of their home.
I could not believe it as I was watching this. I'm like, wait a minute.
If you don't agree with it, don't fucking do it. Yeah. You know, it's but you know what? Then you got to get on some of the people that don't agree with it because you try to be friends with everybody. But then when your child is that way, then something is the matter. No, it's nothing the matter. Love your child, period. Just love your child for who they are. I'm glad my mom ain't never said, Kevin, you can't come back home. Right. You can't do this. Now, sometimes I say I wouldn't do it in her house, but sometimes I did. Now, so what? I did it. But I would never be blatant about it. Like, I wish that I had certain conversations, but I never had those conversations because out of respect for my mom, I did not have those conversations. I never said like, "Oh, I love this guy," or "I live with this guy." She might have seen some shit, especially at the barbecues. Oh my god, because I'm so mess. Like she's seen some things that I've done, and probably shook her head about it. But I didn't care. I was like, I'm enjoying myself. Right. I'm having fun. Right. This is me. This is who your son really is. Right. But I didn't disrespect her or any of that stuff. And she didn't disrespect me. We had that one falling out when I was 16 years old, and we never had a problem ever since.
I would love to know what this is.
Something. Who's that? JFK? Because I can see the back of the head.
But this is I think the day before he got killed. Because I know that he was on this tour
Let me get info for you.
in Texas. But I want to know what this program is about.
JFK, the final hour.
Yep, I told you.
Bitch.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? I'm good. And all I had to do was look at a picture.
This is the final hours.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. And that's
the
Bill
man that
Paxton, the
shot
actor. No, that's
Oh.
Bill Paxton, the actor. That was him. He was in the crowd as a little boy. You know Bill Paxton. What movie? You ever seen Twister?
From back in the day?
Yeah, that movie.
Like
Or Titanic.
1990s?
Or Titanic. Well, remember? Well,
I don't remember
know if
his
you
name.
that.
He's
Well,
not
yeah.
a household name to me,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But you know his face. I'm about to show you his
Yeah.
face. But yeah, I told you that. I knew that. I knew that had something to do with his final days because he was in Texas the day before. He was in Fort Worth, I think it was, and it was raining that day, and whatever the case may be. And yeah.
But yeah, you know, so little mama, I just think you should keep your opinion to yourself.
He died too. Him.
Bill Paxton?
Yeah, you remember his face? He died a few years ago. Yeah, 2017. I know you've seen something with him in it. You had to.
Name the movie.
I did. I just named 2 movies:
Bitch,
Titanic and
I
Twister.
watched no damn Twister.
Um,
And I seen Titanic. What
I
role
know.
he played in Titanic?
He was in the very beginning. He wasn't the flashback. He was in the beginning when they first found the ship, and they went and they got the old Rose and brought her back and was interviewing her or whatever. He was the
Okay.
person that was interviewing her.
So I seen him in something, but I don't remember.
You just don't remember yet, but he was in Titanic.
Yeah. So little mama, all right, bye. Now Kylie Jenner. People got on Kylie Jenner because she posted a GoFundMe where. Now I don't know if it was $60,000 at one time, but then when I looked, by the time I looked at it, it was at $120,000. People looking at Kylie like, Kylie, you are a billionaire. Why are you sharing someone's GoFundMe when you have the money to actually pay this somebody's GoFundMe bill? When I guess he was a former makeup artist or something. I don't know if he still is or whatever case he had got surgery. And he needed help paying, for his surgery and whatever else is to follow. So it shows that she donated $5,000, and at the last time I seen it, it was at maybe $97,000. And people went off on Kylie. But I guess Kylie donated and then wanted other people to donate. That's why she shared it. It's not like she was the one that created the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm. She just she donated to the GoFundMe, I'm assuming, and then shared the link.
Yes, she donated $5,000. Now just because he was her makeup artist or he did work with her, that doesn't mean she actually knows him or that they had a relationship or anything. But then I'm like, well, if she paid for his surgery, just imagine how many other people might be asking for a handout because they know her or because they worked for her. It's kind of a two-way street when it comes to this. It's kind of like you damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Right.
And that is the scary part of, I guess, when you are a celebrity and you do things from the kindness of your heart. Because she didn't have to give him $5,000. She didn't have to do anything. All she had to do is say, here, I retweeted this. But people be so mad about what other people do with their money. Like sometimes when you hear Michael Jordan, he's a billionaire. And sometimes you hear, Michael Jordan say he's going to give $1 million. And sometimes I'll be like, $1 million, but I don't get on Twitter and be like, oh my God, how dare you only put $1 million to such and such. That is these people's money. You can't tell people what to do with their money. No matter how much money they have.
That's right.
You can't tell people what to do with their money.
That's right.
And I don't get on Twitter and I don't criticize nobody for nothing on what they do. And I'm not going to sit up here and beat her up because everybody else is doing it. She didn't have to do that. Be happy that she did that. You might have think she got this money, but stop counting people's money. And that's something I had to tell some family members. Stop counting what's in other people's pockets. That's not cool. And it's just not. And I'm going to have to tell some of y'all that even though, I'm going through this right now, it might be some of you that might be feeling that way about some of your family members. Only worry about the money that's in your bank account. What somebody else has, that is not your business. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. Just make sure that your bills are paid. And that's all that matters. But if you want to donate to this guy, donate.
Right.
If you don't, you don't have to. And guess what? Nobody got harmed because you didn't want to give up anything. Nobody. But just because you know somebody has it doesn't mean they have to give up everything they have. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they're billionaires. We don't know what they give to other people. But I like the way they move. Because this way they don't get judged for whatever the fuck they do. That's why sometimes that's why I say you damn you do, you damn you don't.
You're damned if you don't.
You know people in Texas, oh my God, where's Beyonce? You think that she just let y'all freeze like that? Like no money went nowhere? Stop it.
But you know what? It's so funny because, like you said, these people, it's their money. And they have a right to donate what they want to donate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. That's something that they do on your... And I don't know why. I don't know. I just think it's people just... They don't... I feel like people who do that, Kevin, who make a big deal out of it, they don't really care. They just want to make a big deal out of something.
Right.
Because it's the same people who make a big deal out of it. They don't even donate to any. They don't donate. They just want to bash you because of what you gave or what you didn't give. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on. You don't... It's kind of like when your mom died and you had the GoFundMe link. That was for people to send, monetary gifts. And Lena sent that large monetary gift. Lena didn't have to do that.
Nope.
She could have easily sent $100, $200, and that you would have been grateful with that.
Mm-hmm. I was happy with whatever anybody did.
Right.
Because everybody kept saying, Kevin, because first of all, I didn't want to do it.
Right.
I was like, no, no. But everybody's like, no, Kevin.
Right.
We want to do something. We want to feel like we're apart because she's your mom, but we loved her.
And even I was going to make it for you.
Yeah.
But I had to make sure it would be okay for you. You know what I mean? Because I knew that people who watch the show would want to contribute in some way. Mm-hmm. They would want to, and that's what people do when people die. You want to send gifts. And a lot of people send monetary gifts. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people know that when somebody dies, it's cost consuming. You didn't need the money to pay for her funeral because she had insurance. But it's just that, you just want to say, okay, this is the least I can do. Mm-hmm. Give this. You know what I mean? Even when I had my trip last year to D.C. and Lena paid for the remainder of the seats, Lena didn't have to do that.
Nope.
And I wasn't there going to say, oh, well, I know you and you got all this money, so you should say, no, you don't do stuff like that. That's why I say people who complain, those are people who really, they don't care. They just want to have something to complain about.
Yeah, I want to be in a position, and I'm going to be there somewhere I could just help people.
That you can just help somebody.
Yep.
That you can be in that position to help people. And I think that's what it is now. That's what Lena is doing. That's what people like Jay-Z and Beyonce is doing. That's what Kylie did for this makeup artist. They're all in a position to help people. So that's what they do. They help. They don't have to do it. Mm-hmm. But they do it. They do it. Now, because what if the GoFundMe was for $1 million? Oh, you think Kylie should give $1 million too?
Yeah, because she retweeted it.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. If she gave I don't know if she gave $5,000. You said she did. If she gave $5,000, then let's be happy that she gave $5,000.
You know who they would have tore apart if Lady Gaga would have posted a GoFundMe for her?
Yeah.
Bitch,
because
she better be banned.
People were already conflicted. Like, well, is she only doing this because of her dog?
Okay. You know what I mean? You said $500,000 question. Hey,
yeah.
Do you know how much bill would it be?
Yes. What kind of dog is that? $500,000. Oh my God.
3 French boys, two boys, $250,000 apiece.
In a portrait?
Yes.
Do
you know that them dogs got fair? No question.
All got fair.
Oh,
no
question. Split the money.
Okay. And guess who returned them? The people who stole them.
I hope they looking into this lady. And like, oh, what you just found these dogs? And say, oh, this lady got dogs. Y'all are a trip out here.
Woo!
Well, they said
no Atlantic City trip is that. Because that's where that lady went.
Yes.
That money went straight to Vegas.
She better invest in something. 500,000. No questions asked.
No questions asked.
No, because I'm like, where did you find these dogs? He said, found them on the road. Really?
Oh, wow.
I said, these are Lady Gaga's dogs.
You in the wrong business. If you're finding dogs on the road, you can go work for the FBI.
Yes.
Maybe we can find out what J. Edgar Hoover is. No, not J. Edgar Hoover. Jimmy Hoffa.
Yes.
Because he
just disappeared.
He disappeared. And
he's dead now.
Never.
He's gone.
He's been gone. He was gone the day he disappeared. Are you kidding me? They dug him up and tore his body. You know what I think they did to him? Mm-hmm. I think they chopped or put his body in a meat grinder.
They did something.
And they did
something like he was buried underground. All this.
Because for his body to have never been recovered.
And nobody to ever say anything on their deathbed. Nothing.
No bones, no nothing. That man.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
He's definitely dead. Because if he was still living, he'd be over 100.
This was the 60s when this happened, right?
70s. 75, I think it was. 1975 when he went missing. Mm-hmm. I watched this movie about him. It was loosely based on him. He went out to a lunch meeting at this restaurant, and it's so sad because you would think of if only. When you see these things, you always say if only. Mm-hmm. He went to this restaurant for this meeting, and he had called his wife to let his wife know that the person, whoever he was meeting, they were late. But I guess they eventually showed up, whatever the case may be. He got in the car, I guess, with the person, and his car stayed at the restaurant, whatever the case may be. But I said to myself, if only that restaurant had a surveillance camera. Mm-hmm. But back then, surveillance cameras weren't. Mm-hmm. I think the only places that had surveillance cameras back then were like banks. And they weren't even like, you know what I mean? So it was like no place at that time really had a surveillance camera. And I'm like, if only they had a surveillance camera, they'd have been able to see who he got in the car with. Mm-hmm. He got in the car with somebody and disappeared and was never heard from again.
Yep.
And the last person he talked to was his, I think was his wife.
Yeah, he talked to somebody from that restaurant.
Yeah.
On the phone. Because I remember watching something about this a long time ago. I don't know if it was Mob Wives, if they had like one of the people, but I'm just like, wow, that is just crazy for him to just disappear and nobody never seen nothing.
Disappear.
Yes.
Like Harry Houdini.
Yeah.
Like Casper the Ghost.
I mean, I hope I don't never disappear. If something happened, then child, just, but damn. To not find nobody?
Not find them. And it's been, going on 50 years now.
Some people just too old to be missing. Okay. Well, what is
what
this?
does that mean?
Some people just too old to be missing.
Well, yeah, no, he's dead now. He ain't missing no more.
You ever see like old people? They be like, if you seen her,
no.
Most people get found. They be like, oh, I don't know how she got away. But then I'm like, who's watching?
No, her? Hello, because she be having dementia. Oh, she was driving. Why is she driving anything with dementia? What's going on here? I know a few people with dementia, and I wouldn't give them.
They better not be out there driving
house keys, let alone car keys. Are you kidding me? Why are they driving anything? Dementia? Driving? Okay. That's like giving Donald Trump Twitter again.
Yeah. Oh, and he's supposed to be coming out with his own social media network. Now, wherever platform he puts it on, they're going to put a lot of pressure on him.
I love this because it's all in color. I love it. I love it.
She was beautiful, his wife.
I follow about 3 different Kennedy Instagram accounts, and they be posting these never before seen pictures before, and it's awesome. And a lot of the pictures are in color. It's so awesome. This is the day before he died, and it's so sad because you think to yourself, they had no clue that the next day he was gonna be dead.
Well, nobody has a clue when they're gonna die.
No, nobody. Nobody.
Nobody.
And that's the thing.
Right.
Nobody. Except for the killer.
Yeah, but
because the killer knew he was gonna kill him. Mm-hmm. And that was the last time. This was the last time a president rode in a car like that, or open car.
Open car.
Yep. Mm-hmm. After he got killed, they started making sure the cars were covered. They never allowed a president to ride in a car like that ever again. That was a perfect crime. Mm-hmm. When you stop and think about it, because they got him good, and it's so sad to say, but they really did. They really did.
Well, hopefully he'll be the last presidential assassination. Because I know they tried to get Reagan back in the 80s, right? Or was it? That was
no,
Reagan.
Yeah. Somebody tried. Well, I'm not gonna say somebody. Well, somebody did shoot up the White House when Clinton was in, but they just shot at the White House.
Yeah,
he wasn't out there.
Remember that.
Yeah. Remember that plane that crashed at the White House? It was a plane that crashed at the White House in '94.
I don't even remember that. That was before
the
my
guy
time.
died.
Did they try to shoot it down, or were they going to shoot it down?
No. It was a small. It happened at night. It was a small plane, like a 2-passenger plane, and it crashed at the White. But it crashed in a tree, and the guy, the pilot, he ended up dying in the crash. Yep.
Well, Steve Harvey said that he's really tried not to like Michael B. Jordan to Ellen, but he said that he's a really nice guy, and that he hopes that this really lasts for his daughter, Lori Harvey. I know a lot of people who have been talking about her or whatever, who she's been with, and some people say that she's goals because she's able to just sleep her way through the industry or whatever. I don't think that part is cute when everybody know who you creeping with. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to be a creeper, be a silent creeper. Don't let nobody know your cards.
But you know what? But you know what's so funny? Because I think you and I feel the same kind of way. But then on the flip side, you have a lot of women out here that are actually applauding Lori, and they're not applauding her because they're looking at her as a hoe. A lot of women are applauding her because they're saying men do this all the time, and people applaud a man for doing it. So why can't she do it?
I don't applaud a man for doing it.
Well, I'm just saying they do. Look at Future. Yeah. He just sleeps and has baby after baby, and nobody demonizes him.
Yeah, you know we say, oh, it must be something about
right.
that.
That's what we say. Mm-hmm. We say those things and we laugh it off, but then we don't demonize the man. But then when a woman does what Lori Harvey's doing, then she's a whore. But I was so shocked when I saw a lot of women saying, shout out to Lori, because these men do it all the time, and they're not called whores. They're not called anything. Why can't we do what they do? And I'm thinking to myself, you're right. Well, I know it's very true.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. She's having her fun because she's still young. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest with you. Some of her choices have been good choices. So I would love to be in her shoes at some points.
I want to know who's her choice. Was it Diddy? Was it Michael B. Jordan?
Well,
I think Michael B. Jordan is... to me, it sounds a little bit boring, but I don't know. Maybe he
I think he was into white women, though.
Yeah, listen.
He was into white women.
Yeah, he was dating a white girl. But, I mean, she put some color back in his life. Diddy, that probably would be fun, but then again, he's 50. I don't know what type.
They claimed that he was. They claimed that she was dating him and his son.
Well,
but I don't know how true that is.
You never know.
But yeah,
you just never know. But if you be able to beg them father and the son, that's what tendency is. I can't applaud that one. But I mean, she got Future. She's been around.
She has been around. But I mean, listen. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. She comes from a well-off family. Right. Steve Harvey is her father.
Right. You know what I would
She's not dating. What we do know is she ain't dating these men for money. Because she comes from money.
Yeah, she comes from money, but bitch, it ain't not like nobody spending their money on you.
That's true. But see, what I like about her, even though I don't follow her, but what I like is she's not. I definitely don't follow her. But what I like is she's not messing with these men for money because she comes from money. And like you said, it ain't nothing like somebody spending their money on you. Yeah, you can spend yours, but if you don't spend it, I got mine to spend.
I mean, everybody wants a piece of that. I don't know if the guy's talking about her head game, her sex game. I mean, somebody's talking somewhere because everybody's rapping about her.
Piece of it. Yeah. It's like as soon as it hits the news that she's not dating somebody, it just like they just jump on her DM.
I can only imagine what them DMs look like, and I would just love it if I was her. Because I'm just looking, and
she has options.
Yeah, and you don't even have to respond because the people you don't follow, they don't even know that you read it. Mm-hmm. I'll just look at it. Okay. Anyway.
How about it?
But my whole days are over. Clearly, I haven't collected anything from mine.
Not mine.
I mean, I still get around.
Yeah, hope me too.
But saying nobody been here because it's not that clean. But oh, but when it's clean, somebody have been here.
Somebody have been here or on their way.
Okay, and you know I'm gonna play. I said, bitch, where you at? Oh, you better hurry up.
Who, me or them?
You.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're like, bitch, you know I got somebody. Like, I was just trying to be here for that moment.
Yeah.
So when he's not.
Oh, one of these days, I'm going to sit in my car.
He wants to see somebody coming out while he's coming in. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen.
You that guy I thought was a...
Yes! I was so mad at Mikhail. But it was one of my neighbors. Going outside, Mikhail thought that I had somebody upstairs.
I thought that was his thing. I'm looking like, wait a minute. Because it's like y'all both were coming out in sync, and then y'all both, I think, were doing the same thing, because I think he was bringing out trash, and you were bringing out trash. I'm like, wait a minute, what y'all bringing out trash together? You got this man bringing out trash? Okay. Is this a sign that the dick was trash?
Oh my God. People getting shot on it. Somebody got shot on the train platform today. Oh, this is
What else we got?
Yeah, that was it. I mean, because Fix My Life is ending, but there's going to be like the best of. And I think Iyanla's going to be hosting or whatever. But Fix My Life has definitely been a show that has been good for us to like discuss, and that's how we met Iyanla, and we were able to interview her. And if it wasn't for Mikkel talking about the 6 brown chicks, I would have never. I probably would have watched it.
What's
but
6 brown chicks?
The 6 brown chicks, that the girls that was around the table.
Oh,
I talked about that. She's like, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
About that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's how you got me into the show. He's like, no, Kevin, you really got to watch it. Such. See, that's how many years ago that was.
Yeah.
It was like 10 years ago.
I loved Iyanla.
Yeah.
I still do love her. I get mad when I see a lot of people say certain things.
Yeah, because
but I'm just like,
nothing.
no, I really enjoy her, because even though, I don't expect these people's lives to get fixed right away, but what I like is the process begins, because she started pulling motherfuckers' cards.
Yeah. I sit there and say,
and sometimes you need your cards pulled. When she told that guy, let me go over here in the bush and weep. I just need to go over here and weep. Weep in the bush. Because she couldn't believe what she was hearing. Yeah. And she did go in the bush. She just stood there.
And she's like, oh no, you want the queen to get out of her house. Oh, you want to talk to her like that in her house. Then she pulled out that fish.
So it stinks from
the fish stinks from the head to the tail. Well, I know my house don't say. Oh, I said it stinks from the head to the tail.
That's right.
She got them together.
And who's the head?
Yeah.
You and this man.
Yep. That's right. She's like, oh, you want to talk to her like that in her house? Oh, well, why don't you just get out? No, because Iyanla wasn't playing with them, and she had them all sitting outside at that beautiful ass house, and sitting out there. Yeah, she got Frankie together, nephew together, gutter snipe.
What you call? And I use that term.
Yeah, because I never heard that word before.
Dang. To this day, I use that term. You gutter snipe. Okay? I'd never heard it either. And then I had to look it up, and I said, that's exactly what some of these motherfuckers are. They were.
She's like, straight up out the hood.
Straight up a child, a mangy child. Out in the street, or a gutter snipe.
There's times she got Sheree together. When she took her to Chateau Sheree. Who's this house for?
Yeah.
It's for my kids. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I'm sure your kids didn't ask for this.
No. For that man that's in jail.
Yeah. Tyrone.
And her cockeyed husband.
Yeah.
He was talking shit on that. He was a mess.
At one point, though, I was like thinking that Iyanla was siding him. But when Iyanla was, like, when I watched it recently, I was like, Iyanla was right the whole time. Like, Sheree is bitter. She got this big house because she was on the Housewives. She was keeping up with the Joneses, but then couldn't keep up with the paychecks.
Yep.
To keep the Joneses going.
So now she don't even,
Yeah, she still got the house, I think, but I don't know. But it's been...
how's she paying for it?
Bitch, I don't work for her. I mean, she look, I don't know what these celebrities do.
Because Beyonce's Ivy Park then came out with about 3 cycles so far,
and
she
had
and what was her clothing line called? She by Sheree ain't come out with not one.
Not one season.
Beyonce has turned around, and I mean everything
she did an icy park.
Yeah, that did something in the snow. She's delivering sneakers in an ice cube.
Bitch, you were so shady.
She did. And Sheree, you still ain't got nothing out. That's all I kept thinking about. Like, damn, how many things did Ivy Park come up with? And she by Sheree still ain't ahead.
Not even a workout DVD.
That would be legendary when she says spring, summer.
Yeah.
Summer, spring.
September, spring.
And they all looking like, and Nene was like this. Because she knew.
She said joggers. Yeah, joggers.
It was a lot. Joggers. Candy said no. He means, yo. She's like, oh, I know what you mean. He got defensive right there. Candy said, but Dad, why are you getting so defensive? Oh no, I'm not getting defensive. Yes, you are. You're getting nasty with me. Wow. Okay, I gotta go.
Yes, everybody. Thank y'all for watching, and we will see you guys this week with a new podcast.
Yes, sir.
Maybe a new video. Y'all be safe this week. Stay out of trouble. Peace.
That's right. Stay out of fucking trouble.